Sometimes being gifted doesn't feel like a gift. Nobody seems to understand you. Sometimes they're even scared of you. Wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to worry about hiding your gifts anymore? Hi, I'm Jubilee, and it wasn't that long ago when I felt that way too. But then I became a student at Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters, and everything changed. At Xavier's, you'll meet students and even teachers who are just like you and understand everything that you're going through. Under the guidance of world-renowned geneticist Professor Charles Xavier, you'll learn how to control your gifts while also getting the education and training that you need to succeed in the fast-paced world of 1983. So why be alone when you can make some excellent new friends here? Xavier's is no ordinary school, because let's face it, you're no ordinary student. Thanks, Jubilee.
You were right. Xavier's is totally rad.
Operators are standing by.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Nerd Guru. So this video is going to be a part 2 to the Krakoan era video that I did a little while back. If you haven't seen it, please go watch. I'll leave the link up here down there in the description. Today, we're talking about the continuation of the events of House of 10, or rather that of somewhat of a prequel. House of 10 revealed so much about the new era of the mutants, but that is by far not the entire story Hickman was telling. Because in the sister series Powers of 10, we not only learn additional context to all the main plot lines discussed in House of 10, but also about the previously mentioned Moira Mactaggert. Mactaggert went from being a side minor character in the X-Men's history to one of possibly the most pivotal, game-changing factors among mutant kind. Long depicted as one of the few humans completely loyal to the X-Men, now it's revealed she's actually a mutant. Powers of 10 is about the revelation of Moira Mactaggert actually having mutant powers, which is the power of reincarnation, living her life over and over again, while also retaining the memories of her previous past lives. If House of 10 was about Professor X and Magneto re-establishing the status quo, Powers of 10 sees Moira Mactaggert redefining it. And that's what we're going to be getting into today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Moira's first life was pretty run-of-the-mill. She grows up, attends university, falls in love, and has 3 children. She passes away at 74 peacefully in her sleep. This life was predictable, mostly pleasant, and not extraordinary in the least. Then, something unexpected happens. Moira wakes after death as a baby, once again in utero. She was born as a fully sentient being who had a seamless recollection of her prior life. Because of this, she grew up an incredibly gifted child and enrolls at Oxford at age 16. Her second adulthood is spent researching how she came back to life and eventually discovers the work of Charles Xavier and his work regarding mutants. Moira attempts to travel to the US from Ireland, but dies in a plane crash in the Atlantic Ocean, marking the end of her second life. In Moira's third life, she meets Xavier at Oxford. However, meeting the future professor proved to be a don't meet your heroes scenario, and she eventually grows to resent her mutant abilities. She devotes her life to finding a cure for the mutant gene. Her efforts attract the attention of the Brotherhood of Evil, who warn her that once the cure exists, anti-mutant organizations will use it to wipe out all the mutants. It's here that the precognitive destiny warns Moira that she has a finite number of lives, and that she should spend her remaining lives dedicated to the mutant cause, before Pyro burns her alive and the universe resets again. Moira then does a complete 180, possibly out of fear, spending her next 2 lives working with Xavier by helping him form the X-Men and his school for gifted youngsters. This wouldn't last though. After the school was destroyed by Sentinels, they established a mutant commune called Far Away. Both of these endeavors would prove unsuccessful, however, and realizing the danger that machines face, Moira's 6th life has her living 1,000 years in the future, where humanity is merged with machines and killed off the majority of mutants. This future society sees a new species of post-humans seek ascension into the techno-organic race, the Phalanx. Moira lives 1,000 years thanks to an individual called the Librarian who wants to prevent her from resetting the universe until the ascension is complete. Alongside Wolverine, who is also still alive at this point, Moira lives to bear witness to this process beginning, learning that humans will render evolution obsolete and create their own successes using tech that will destroy mutant kind, and just before the ascension begins, Wolverine kills Moira, allowing her to retain this information and start again, believing that her purpose now is to prevent the rise of machines. Moira spends her 7th life taking out members of the Trask family, believing that doing this would prevent the Sentinels' creation. This plan, however, fails as the Sentinels still materialize even without the original creator. This leads Moira to wage war on all humanity by first aligning with Magneto, then awakening Apocalypse, but leading to a fiery end nonetheless. Her 8th life proves to be the most successful, as Apocalypse and his horsemen defeat the world's superheroes and establish a new world order, before Moira is defeated and killed. And Moira's 9th life is her current life, where she has conceded to work with both Professor X as well as Magneto, and believing that finding refuge on an alive island, Krakoa, and give her ample time to perfect her big plan in the no place below Krakoa's surface, while the rest of the island is none the wiser of her presence, keeping Destiny from the resurrection protocols to prevent her predicting her presence, much to the protest of her wife, Mystique. Moira works at a way to ensure the resilience of the mutant future. And so that's Powers of 10, the Moira Mactaggert story. I thought the recontextualization of Moira Mactaggert as a character was just incredible. Hickman managed to make a time-worn character completely brand new. And that's it for Powers of 10. Let me know if y'all want to hear about more stories within the Krakoan era. Even though this era has pretty much come to an end, it still stands the test of time to me, because it completely imagines the X-Men and their lore. It's actually something different and a change of pace from the rest of the comics throughout history. There's other interesting stories like X-Force, which is basically the mutant CIA. Or there's Marauders talking about Kate Pryde and her adventures with the Hellfire Trading Company and the Krakoan flowers and medicines on the island being distributed throughout the world. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you stuck around this long, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out and helps my channel to grow. And I love you guys so much. Take care and stay super. Bye-bye.